I feel really cool having a mic, like, in frame. I think it's really neat. And my eyebrows are also doing the thing where they look kind of uneven. Oh my god. If you can't tell, I have a very professional setup. The goal of this video, I guess I'm holding this now. The goal of this video essentially is to outdo the video I did last year that is sitting on my mat and nothing is happening with it, because guess what? It was 52 minutes long and it's a train wreck. It is currently 2:32 a.m. Christmas Eve. We are ranking 54 of the albums. Those are the albums that we're looking at today. Mr. Alex G. Honestly, I loved it. It wasn't in the forefront of my mind or anything, but it was very good. But Mama, it's gonna go in the same place because honestly, I listened to this over the summer and I really loved it. I just realized I don't have Beach Bunny on here. Let me address the Beach Bunny album. The Beach Bunny album was very monumental and impactful for me because I'm a huge Beach Bunny fan. That album was called Emotional Creature, right? Here's the gag. I loved the writing. It was just kind of the same thing. But don't get me wrong, I love karaoke. It probably would have gone in. I liked that one song. But the thing is, all of the songs were kind of the same song. But the production was phenomenal. Anyway, Ethel Cain's Preacher's Daughter. A toss-up for me because, honestly, I want to put it in industry defining. But I don't know if I can put it in industry defining because I just don't know if it has that power to essentially define the industry. But it was for sure a personal favorite. On the other hand, next up is Bjork's Fossora. It was just kind of there. This year definitely marked me getting familiar with some of Bjork's older discography, so I wasn't too much focused on this album, and I really couldn't tell you anything about this album. I kind of listened to it passively once and never returned to it. I never even went over these categories, did I? Let's start at the bottom. An album. It was an album that was released in 2022. The next one is I liked that one song. There's a standout song on it for me, or maybe a few songs, but besides that, I don't think I ever thought of this album. The third one, Oh Right, I love this one. It's a great record. I love the record. However, it wasn't actively on my mind. Personal favorite is it is near and dear to my heart, but industry defining is like that Metacritic albumoftheyear.com defining the music industry, what's going forward. Yeah. Next up is No Thank You by Little Simz. Little Simz is phenomenal. I love her to death. Thank you for coming back for this album. I love you. The next one is Lucky Me by Phoebe Green. This album I think I saw on albumoftheyear.com. That is a trend. I personally really enjoyed it, at least a few tracks from it. I think this one, though, it's mainly that I enjoyed a few tracks from it, but I enjoyed those tracks a lot, specifically Just a Game and Make It Easy. Speaking of pop, Janky Star by Grace Ives defined this summer. Anyway, Hypnos, Raven Lene. Similar to Grace Ives because I found them at the same time. I didn't personally connect with it as much, but if you haven't, go listen to Wish, the closing track on that album. Perfume Genius's Ugly Season. This is regrettably going in that same vein of Bjork. I know I should have listened to it. I know I should have really given it its time. Anyway, the next album is a perfect example of I liked that one song because Glass from this album, great album. Glass, it has been on the top of my on repeat for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I don't even know. I've been really loving that song though. I could not tell you why. De todas las flores. I didn't sit with this one very long, but from the one listening experience that I really remember, it was so beautiful. Oh right, I love this one. King Princess's Hold On Baby. It was just there. Quadeca's I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. Hi, albumoftheyear.com. Hi, Hive Mind. This album makes me so incredibly depressed. I love it for that. The next album is Midnights by Taylor Swift. I'm sure you might be familiar with it, and I liked that one song, and that song was Midnight Rain. But also, the next album is Stumpwork by Dry Cleaning, and this one, I'm in love with Gary Ashby. I loved the song Problem with it, and that's why it's gonna go in this tier, because I love the song Problem with it. This is Waxahachie and someone else's project under the name Planes, and it was cute. Cool It Down by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. I tried to give this one a chance, and I kind of liked Splitting Off the Edge of the World or whatever with Perfume Genius. Beyonce's Renaissance, which is the reason that this top tier exists. I feel like I kind of look like a fish when I do this. The next album is Blue Rev by Alvvays. This one, while it may not be industry defining, defined my year. Nymph by Shy Girl. And honestly, I loved this one. The next album is Jockstrap's I Love You Jennifer B. Bad Bunny's Un Verano Sin Ti. I really liked the two huge songs. You know what? No, I gotta put it here. Wise Blood with In the Darkness Hearts Aglow. She just did her thing again. Natural Brown Prom Queen. I was really impressed with it. I loved it a lot. I love OMG Brit, Chevy S10, probably some other ones. The next one is Beatopia. What's becoming a personal favorite. Specifically the song Ripples, Sometimes Forever by Soccer Mommy. Alright, I love this one. I have it on vinyl, and it's a really pretty vinyl. Lee Kelly 47's Shape Up. While it's not my favorite right now, I have to put it in personal favorite. I'm happy for her. Angel Olsen's Big Time. I like that one song because I really liked the closing, well, like I've returned to Chasing the Sun all the time, and I like Through the Fires. You see, I just didn't spend much time with this album, I'm gonna be honest. It's not the album's fault, it's my fault. You Can't Kill Me. 070 Shake, and I would be lying if I didn't put this in personal fave. Tomberlin's I Don't Know Who Needs to Hear This. I love her debut album, and I have this one on vinyl. I just need to spend more time with it. Thank you. The Linda Lindas were a personal fave. I absolutely love this record. I also have it on vinyl. Chloe and the Next 20th Century. I like the song Chloe. Carly Rae Jepsen's The Loneliest Time was an album that I enjoyed. And I keep trying to deny that this next one is not a personal fave, but it absolutely was. It totally took over, like, March or April, whenever it came out or this year. Totally took over my entire Spotify. I would be lying if I told you Ceilings wasn't one of my favorite songs of all time. Anyway, Rina Sawayama's Hold the Girl. I liked that one song. I liked the title track a lot. And when I saw it live, this woman's live performance is unlike anything I've ever seen and anything I will ever see ever. Crash by Charli XCX. Personal fave. Is it a super inventive Charli XCX record? No, but we've had this discourse already. So shut up. Anyway, Mitski's Laurel Hell. I just keep forgetting about it, but I really liked it, I enjoyed it, but I just kept forgetting about it. I haven't listened to it since maybe the week it came out, but go Mitski. Big Thief's Dragon Noir Mountain, I Believe in You. Undeniable. Industry defining. They did everything folk. I don't understand folk, but Adrian Lanker. Florist by Florist. I have to put this in personal fave. I fell in love with this band this year. Willow's Coping Mechanism. I don't care. Willow came, she delivered, and she left. Or actually, she's still here. Yule's Glitch Princess. I loved Electric. Bites on My Neck is my, top 5 songs of 2022. The record as a whole, though, I loved it. Wet Leg by Wet Leg. I really, really like it. It's just not an integral part of my life. Air Guitar by Sobs. It's like that Mama record. You know what? I put it up here, so I'm gonna put it up here. FKA Twigs, CAPRISONGS, anything she does. As much as maybe this wasn't Magdalene, maybe this wasn't LP1, but it was still FKA Twigs. She brought this digestible pop with her personality and her phenomenal vocals and amazing production. I think she ate. Let's See Grandma's Two Ribbons, Happy New Year. I loved it over the speakers in a Kohl's. I recognized it, so I revisited the album, and I loved it. You know what? It was great. Muna by Muna. I loved Silk Chiffon. Great record overall, but I didn't really go back to it. SOS by SZA. I loved it. It was great. A little bit underwhelmed. Final 5. The Beths, Expert in Dying Field. Absolute personal fave. Okay, this next one is gonna make me emotional. MXM Tune. I indeed have a flag of The Masquerade above my bed. Maya, I love you, and you released an album. So did you, Conan. Bedlocked. Okay, I listened to this album literally last night because Ethel Cain posted it on her Instagram story. It falls into that same genre of depressive noise rock that Have a Nice Life's Death Consciousness kind of sits in for me, and it just makes me puts me in a horrible mood, kind of like what Quadeca's record does. Puts me in a horrible mood, but I think it's brilliant because of it. Final album, Black Country New Roads, Ants From Up There, They Ate. That's my statement for today. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Goodbye.